painting mistakes that most designers make, and these are the mistakes that make their renders look dirty. So many of you ask me what's the secret behind my neat renders. Like, look at this, there's not a single stain on my paper. So let me share with you some tips that you can use to keep your renders neat and clean. First of all, if you are a right-handed individual, your water container should be on the right-hand side. Same goes for your palette from which you are going to pick up the paint. And if you're a left-handed person, these two are going to be on the left hand side. The reason is, when you are washing your brushes or you are picking out some water to dilute your paints, the droplet might fall, and if it falls anywhere around here or here, that's okay. But if your container is on the opposite side, you're going to pick up the paint or the water, and then yeah, there are chances it might fall onto your paper. The second thing is that do not have water filled in your palette. You can have some other container, because I've seen a lot of times, students knocking off their palette and then whole thing comes over here. Now I'm a professional, I've been doing this for many years, so I can control this. Like, I know where my hand should be and I don't knock off my palettes. But yeah, I've seen a lot of designers doing it. Now the third thing that you need to take care of, because it causes majority of the ink stains on your renders, is that make sure your hand is not resting on the palette or on the box of paints. Why? You can see there are some paint blotches on this palette. So when you rest your hand onto this palette, this paint gets transferred onto your hand, and then when you are painting, it gets transferred to the sheet. Again, when you're painting, do not paint like this. Paint like this. I know it's hard to give detailings like this without resting your hand, but you need to either make sure that there is no paint on your wrist, or you need to get used to rendering like this. You can also keep a paper towel beneath your hand, but sometimes if the paint is wet, it just smudges the paint all over. So yeah, if you can master the art of rendering your designs without resting your hand on the paper, that's great. Otherwise, just make sure that the paper towel is not covering your renders, so that you can avoid the smudging of the paint. So yeah, these are some tips that I follow to keep my renders neat. So do give them a try, and I'm sure they're going to make your renders look much more neater.